Can I riff?
Permission to riff.
Permission granted. Clear to riff.
What do you think about a riff right now?
That's riff-donkulous.
Man, I think we need a riff.
Can I riff?
Permission to riff.
Oh my goodness. We have a guest.
Ta-da.
It is our dear friend Timbo. Timmy Grimes. Now, some of you diehard fans know that me and Timmy had a podcast way before. Way before me and my honey had a podcast. It was called the Sponge Pod, where we overanalyzed episodes of SpongeBob. This was like right when Trump was taking over, and the world was about to be turned upside down. To quote Hamilton.
We didn't know. We didn't know what was going to happen.
We did not know. We did not know. And it was a weird time because everything was being overanalyzed. Anyway, welcome to the podcast, Tim.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And honey, how you doing?
I'm doing fabulous.
Yeah, you want to give us a pregnancy check? Go ahead and stand up and show us your belly.
No.
You don't want to do that every episode now?
Well, I could, but Gemma's on my lap.
Ooh, introducing Gemma.
Yep, Gemma's our other guest.
There was a time where Gemma had bit one of our kids, and we were like, man, we do not know if we're going to keep Gemma.
Gemma, you have anything to say for yourself on that one? Sorry.
She would say, no, but
she's got issues, but she's
we
okay.
didn't want to show her on the podcast because we didn't want our people to judge us and say, hey, they had a dog and now they don't. But she figured it out. We got her some therapy.
Yep, she's good.
We did one therapy session, and the therapist was like, this dog is not going to get any better.
Well, okay. They just said it basically like, she's got a lot of issues.
Yeah, and we were like, oh, really? She bit our kid in the face. We know that.
This is sounding so bad.
No, but she was going through transition like we're all going through transition, right, honey?
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, all right, honey, can I riff?
Yes.
All right, so I have a funny... So this is going to relate to Tim because he's our guest. He's our first guest on our hit podcast, Can I Riff? And so I want to start this with a story. I think I've actually told this story on the podcast before, but it was really funny. My mom at one point, so you got married like what, 2 years ago at this point?
A little over a year.
Little over a year. Not even close on my end.
Yeah, I was like,
gonna give
little
it
over
to
a year.
you.
Okay, because Bailey and I were together for that. That's right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, but it was, yeah.
And it was funny because at one point my mom had said something to the point of like, "Oh, when are Tim and Danny going to have kids?" And it was like an assumption, because like, and I think it is what it is like you guys are this white Midwestern couple that goes to a church, and it was just the assumption, that Tim and Danny are going to have kids, and I was like, I don't know that they're going to have kids. And my mom was like, what the heck? Like, they love, like, Tim's, goes to church camp every year. He's, Danny's a teacher. Like, they love kids. Like, why aren't they going to have kids? And I was like, I think, to quote Tim, he just said, I don't want to have kids. And
direct quote, yeah.
And that's a direct quote. And it was like, it's funny because as a parent who, like, deeply wants kids, who, like, wants more kids and, can recognize that kids, delay personal growth. They delay creative projects. My honey over there wanted to be an ambulance nurse or a helicopter nurse. I'm sorry, helicopter nurse. And
so
now she's a stay-at-home nurse. You know what I mean? Because she gets to have more time with her kids. And as somebody who's like deeply like changed his life for his kids, I can fully respect a person not wanting to have kids because you're like, oh, that person probably has it together, probably has something figured out, because there's so many parents, and I'm a T-ball coach, so I see a lot of parents. There's so many parents that when they show up, they actually don't want to be a dad. And I feel like, let me just shut the door. Let me bring my feelings in. Hey, Erik's feelings. No, I feel like those people need to have that realization around 28 and 30. You know what I mean? To say like, oh, it makes sense that people want kids, but I don't want them. And so props to you. This whole section is we're going to talk about your upcoming vasectomy.
It's time.
It's time.
It's time we'd cover
Here
it
we
on
go.
the podcast. This is why we brought you on. How are you feeling about it? So it's like what, June 8th, correct?
The 12th.
The
but
12th,
yeah,
okay.
Close, yeah. Soon. I'm feeling all right about it. I think like I will say, well, because it's two things, right? So it's the medical aspect and then kind of the like life aspect of it.
Okay.
So I think I'm there on the life aspect of it. You know what I mean? I'm like, we've made this decision. This is the direction I'm heading. I'm feeling good about this. Medically, I'm still a little like,
Wait, why is that?
just because it's.
His man parts are getting operated on.
But does it change you medically?
No, I'm just saying like I'm just again not even like concerned really.
Oh, you're like nervous for the
Yeah,
surgery.
I'm just nervous for
that
the
makes
surgery,
sense.
which I think is normal. I will say, one thing that was a little funny when I went in for the consultation, they were like, "What did he say?" He said, "He's like basically like, we're gonna like numb like the area."
That'll be
and
fun.
then yeah, which is great. And then
My honey would be so good at numbing my area. I'm like, is that an oral exam?
a big needle. So they're like, we're gonna numb the area, and then he was like, you can take like nitrous oxide. What did he say? He said it's a luxury, not a necessity. And I was like, okay, it's like $100.
Hey, what?
It's like $100. I was like, yes, please.
I'll
So
take
they
it.
would do it without?
Yeah.
You would just feel them on your nuts?
Well, so I think it would be numb. As I'm understanding it, it was actually very similar to this is a weird analogy, but when I got my wisdom teeth out, they numbed the area, and then I was just awake for the whole thing. And I think it's a similar thing, but I'm not.
Wait, so the
sure.
nitrous oxide will make you go night-night?
I don't.
You don't go all
think
the way
so.
night.
Yeah.
You just kind of like feel really loopy.
I'm kind of
coming out
confused.
it.
So, like, you
Yeah.
can't feel your nerds,
Right.
right? But, like, what's this $100 package? Is it, like, so that you don't remember the whole day?
That's a little. I mean, I guess you would know.
You'll
little more about nitrous
remember
oxide,
it, but it like basically helps block some of like the nerve like pain receptors. So he's just gonna be kind of in a lousy daisy. He's gonna be very much awake, but like he's gonna be very feeling like loopsy and just kind of hanging out there. But you'll know what's going on. You're aware of it, but you're just
Okay.
Oh,
kind of feeling really loopy.
So, okay, but I'm still confused. So, like, the nitrous it would make you feel better, like, because I feel like that's gonna wear out by the time you're gonna be in pain. Because you're gonna be in pain in like what 2 hours after the procedure. You're gonna be like,
Oh, sure.
like you do not want any kicks to the boys. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like of
my
all the
goodness.
times you're gonna get
Yeah, so it's
sideswiped.
it's not like a permanent
yeah,
sort
but,
of thing. Like it will still hurt, I imagine.
but like so
afterwards.
you won't go to sleep with it. So what are you paying $100 for?
Yeah, I guess I don't know. So it's yeah, I think that's what I guess the difference between like just being kind of
Fully numb and half numb.
That's maybe, yeah.
I can't believe that they would ever do a procedure on someone's nuts, and you'd be half numb
Well, I don't think it affects
or optionally
It
numb.
won't. It doesn't affect numbness at all. It would
that
be.
makes sense.
It's just gonna make Tim's like brain just kind of go into a little woo, like just feeling good. He's not gonna be asleep like where he's getting completely knocked out with an IV or something, but he's just gonna feel, loopy and not being really focused on what's going on in there. But he'll be completely numb. They're gonna
This is
give
so
the shot.
confusing. Anyway, okay, we'll move
Erik
on.
could go on forever.
I think
with
I am
questions.
still a little confused. I mean, I'm just gonna have to like do it. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna
And if
do
he
it.
comes
We'll
out with
see
an
what happens.
opioid addiction, who gives? Oopsie.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's funny you say that because I think it has changed, right? So they were like, I'm trying to remember. I think he was like, we will not provide you Vicodin. Like they're like, you will not get like prescriptions
That's
for
good.
pain medication.
An ethical nut.
It's something
doctor.
a little. Yeah, they're a little more cognizant of that type of stuff.
Is it so? Is it your primary doctor, or is it like someone who specializes in nuts?
It's a specializer.
Okay.
It's Urology of Indiana, which they've got
Okay.
like a bunch of.
Urology. So it's all of, which you do like you help with some urology, right?
Yeah.
Honey?
Yep, the penile region is part of urologist scope of
Penile.
practice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I hate surgeries. I've had 2 surgeries. They scare the crap out of me, if I'm being honest. Every time I got real anxious. I got real nervous. So I'm happy that you're not going fully asleep, because that's like, I don't know why. I had a knee surgery and a shoulder surgery, and both times I was like, but what if I don't wake up? And, you could basically say that every
I feel like
time
that
you
was my
fall asleep.
gallbladder. It got a little nerve wracking when they were
Yeah.
talking to me, and then I felt myself drifting, and I was like, well, I hope I wake up.
That's where I will tell you. I had another. It's funny enough. I went also to urology in Indiana. This was years ago, but I had what's called a UPJ obstruction. So I had it's a long story, but I had the cord between my like liver and kidney was like broken a little bit. So they like cut some of it out and reconnected it. Anyway, so they went through my stomach, so it was kind of the same thing. But I was out, and I do remember I was very willing to be out. I think I was like, I didn't even get to, count back from 10. I don't even think I got to like 5. And I was like out. And then I do remember waking up because it was very much like the scene and not totally, but it was a little bit like the scene in the first Matrix where Neo wakes up, because I've got this heavy blanket on me, right? And I kind of wake up and I'm like, and I just realized like, so the first thing I realized is I did have a catheter in, so I have a catheter.
Nice.
And then I've also got this like other thing that's like catching some bile blood or whatever kind of off to this side here, and it's just, and I'm like hooked up to an IV, and I'm hooked up, and I was like just slowly realizing like I'm like, oh, I'm really strapped in here, huh? So it kind of took me a minute to like realize it.
Yeah. So we're gonna have a going away party, I think.
Yeah.
Hoping
Currently
to.
trying to plan that out. Yep.
We're trying to plan that out. Are you like when we're having our going away party, will you be more nervous, less nervous? You want it before the surgery, right?
I think so.
Like
yeah.
after the surgery, I feel like you're gonna be out for a few days.
Yeah, I mean, they basically said, you can don't lift anything heavy, but you're basically good to live your life.
Yeah. So
those
anyway,
days, so.
going away party.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. What type of stuff can we do for a vasectomy party, honey?
I really wish I could remember the
We should do
things that I texted
meatballs.
out.
We should do meatballs.
Any form of balls. Yeah. Meatballs,
We should just do cheese balls, meatballs.
cheese balls. Yeah.
Those are all good.
Little cheese puff balls. Yeah.
Oh,
Everything's
cheese
ball
puff
related.
balls.
Yeah,
We
there
should
we
just
go.
do all ball food.
All balls. I love it. That's it.
That's very good. I do remember, I mean, I wasn't there, but I saw pictures of it. I remember when you did your going away ceremony for your hair.
That's right.
The hair got buried in the backyard, I think.
We're not going to bury your nuts because
I
they're
know.
not taking
I know
your nuts
that's
out.
true. So that's not really going to work, but I don't know. I was trying to
You
get
could blow a load, and then we could keep it in a bag, and we could bury it. And if you ever need to go back to it,
It's like,
You know, I have no
just
words.
kidding. We do want to be pregnant.
I'm gonna bury. I'm gonna dig it out.
Dig it out of the yard. Oh gosh.
Oh my
I wonder if this
goodness.
kept. Yeah.
All right, honey, you
Do
ready?
that, or do you want Tim to do it?
No, you're doing it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we should have Tim do it.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna have Tim do the ad read because he's our guest. He's got to help pay the bills.
Slow pulse of electric music.
All right, go ahead, Tim.
Okay, I'm just gonna read this.
Yeah.
Read this one soft. Some pursuits are practical.
Oh yeah.
Others are irresistible. At Eli Lilly and Company, we're drawn to the impossible. The questions that keep brilliant minds awake at 2 a.m.
Like opioids.
The kind of breakthroughs that make hearts race.
Oh.
Innovation isn't polite.
Nope.
It's relentless, seductive, a little obsessive.
Ow.
Because transforming medicine doesn't happen by playing hard to get. It happens through chemistry.
Nice.
Through tension. Through chasing what others say can't be caught.
Nope.
From diabetes and cancer research to neuroscience and immunology, Eli Lilly is pursuing the next breakthrough with unapologetic ambition.
The Beatus?
So go ahead. Fall for science. Eli Lilly. The future looks dangerously attractive.
Nice.
There we
Discover
go.
more at lily.com.
Ooh.
It's pretty hard to make Lily sexy, but I think it achieved it.
I think we got there.
I'm feeling aroused for some opioids.
I was hearing the soft music in my head. So.
Permission to riff?
Permission granted.
Thank you so much. So recently, we actually have all recently went on vacations.
Very
Tim
true.
went to Ireland, and then we went to Florida with our family. And vacations are so much different as an adult, especially a parent, I feel like.
Oh my gosh, yes.
First of all, like beach vacations in the past were you lay on the beach all day, read, take a nap, have a drink, go upstairs, have lunch, and then you have kids. So you're going to the beach, you're going to the pool, you're going upstairs, you're going around here, whatever they want to do all day. So it's a great time, but it's way different. And I think one of the hardest parts, Erik can attest, is the money.
Yeah.
Like we say we're going to save up, and then the time comes and the airplane tickets go on the credit card, and you're like, all right, well, here we go. So money's a little bit more difficult when you're in the adult world going at it. But we had a great time, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was awesome. It was fun. It was funny because like I haven't gone on vacation in like several years. You know, like I don't know that I need vacations because I'm so, I don't want to say thrifty. We just had Buffalo Wild Wings, but like, I'm just so like, I don't know. I don't like spending money, and vacation to me almost sounds like just spending money. But it was really interesting because I'll tell a quick story. On the airport or the airplane there on our descent, Sam started freaking out because his ears were messed up. And we couldn't explain to this 4-year-old, you know, how to pop his ears and whatnot. And so he was just like kind of crying for a good 20 minutes because we were descending for a long time. And in the midst of all that, I ended up losing my right AirPod, which was like, at the moment for my stupid ADHD brain, like tragic. You know what I mean? It was like I couldn't move on.
Oh, he couldn't. He absolutely could not move on.
And it was really, I bet it was really frustrating on your perspective, you know, because like we're at the beach now, and you know here we are, and it was funny because like I wanted to do so many different things on vacation. You know, as a creative, this is probably the first like true vacation I've been on where I'm like this full-time creative. And in the past, I've like written scripts or, you know, did something creative on vacation because I was like, I had a crappy sales job and I had a rare opportunity to be creative. But now I'm like creative almost every day. Like every day I have something, you know what I mean? Like with my work or something. And so it was a funny moment because like I lost my AirPod and it sort of like forced me to just kind of hang out with the family as opposed to like whatever the AirPod might have, you know, put me in an audiobook or a podcast, or like if I would have like voice to text out some notes or something like that. Like it kind of like disrupted that whole side of it. And it was really fun because like I feel like I had a really good time connecting with the boys. You know, we discovered a lot of different things about the kids and just had a lot of fun. And it's funny because like I remember when we were packing up, I was like, okay, I need to put a real line item in our budget to like very genuinely prioritize vacations because it was just a really amazing time for us to connect. How was your trip to Europe?
Yeah, so Danny and I went to Ireland, as you know. It was really incredible. It was very funny because it was gratifying on a couple of different levels, so the trip itself was just like amazing. The trip itself was just like amazing. But also as like a planner, so I like planned the whole thing.
Oh,
and
wow. I would have assumed Danny would be the planner. That's interesting.
Yeah, she is in like a different sense, but I basically was like, let me try this basically.
Nice.
And like that went off really well. Like I was just able to like it was well planned.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of gratifying in itself. But yeah, I mean it was really it was really incredible. We covered like a lot of ground, a lot of stuff. Like everything we did was pretty cool. Like there were no real like duds in there.
Nice.
You know, because you read reviews.
Was it relaxing, or did you guys kind of do a lot?
It was relaxing. We tried to. I will say this: like I kind of took like there was a tour company that had like a 7-day trip.
Yeah.
And so I took that and then I just modified it, and just by like stretching it out.
Oh, nice.
I just stretched it out basically like 10 days, probably 11. And that was.
Dude, you just copied them.
I did basically.
That was like ChatGPT of, you know, you just like copied someone else's thing.
I did basically copy them. Like
That's awesome.
I very much, I mean, I added a couple of things, but I mostly just copied them. And like for instance, like on their tour, they were this thing where you were going to, you know, drive from one place, drive from one place to another, see a castle, do that for however long, and then drive and see another castle that same day. And I was like,
Okay.
that just doesn't seem
Yeah.
relaxing. So we just did one castle. So
There
there
you
was a
go.
lot of like,
There you
we'd
go.
end the day at like 4 p.m. a lot of time, you know what I mean? And just kind of hang out. So,
Yeah. That's sweet.
but it was really good. It was a great trip.
Yeah, we had this. We went to the beach. It was really funny because I was the type that likes to plan everything out too, and I looked at Bailey at one point. I was like, "What are we gonna do?" Like,
Oh, I remember.
because we have this condo on the beach, and I'm like, "Okay, like, are we gonna
You
go
were stressed
somewhere
by
on
it.
Tuesday? So go somewhere on Wednesday?" She's like, "No, we're gonna go to the beach or we're gonna go to the pool."
That's exactly how it's supposed to be.
No, I just couldn't understand that. Like, just like going from the beach to the pool. I was like, no, we got to go somewhere and do something. But it really worked out. Now we came back home and we have sand everywhere.
It's still finding in places. Like
It's nuts.
action figures they took on the beach still. Like Iron Man still has sand on them. Black Panther has sand on them.
I'm pretty sure we washed our sheets, and then the other day I found sand on our sheets again. And
Oh,
I was
probably,
like,
yeah.
where did that come from?
Yeah. That's hard. I love the beach, but the sand, it can be difficult in that aspect.
Yeah.
I'd say the cutest part of it that I want to share is that the boys every day was, this is the best day ever.
Yeah.
And it felt so genuine, and it cracked us up too, because we're like, man, every day's the best day. Like,
Well,
I'm
and
like
it's
top it
funny because
again.
like you get such an emotional response from us the first day that I'm like, I wonder if they're trying to get another Lego set, and they're just telling us that it's the best day ever. And
Oh,
no,
I
it
think
seemed
it's
like they were
genuine though.
having fun.
They
Yeah.
had the best time. So
yeah, it was a lot of fun. We, it's really hard to coordinate it all, but man, once we got out there, it ended up being really relaxing. I'm sure I'm not like breaking, news on anything. Everyone's like, wait, this just in, vacations are relaxing. But like, honestly, I kind of got that feeling of like, we spend so much money, dining out, or we spend so much money, going to Pacers games or doing something fun. Like, this is like such a memory for the boys, going to the beach for the first time. It's such a good time for us where, I came back and I had this just real energy towards my work that I hadn't had in a while because I felt like I just totally disconnected. It's going to be something that I really try to value like more in our day to day, and it'll be fun to like we shared a room with the boys, which is rough.
ooh, yeah.
And so
Parents
we're gonna
that
have
don't
to
recommend
next time we
doing
do that. It was also a big family, so we went with my family, and that component went pretty well.
Yeah.
My dad definitely got up early and was playing Pink Floyd when Micah was sleeping. The little baby Micah was sleeping. And so there were little moments that were like, all right, they're not used to having babies, but they're not, and that's fine. It actually was fun though. They were like in the room, it was a good situation.
Yeah. We had a really good time.
All right, time for another ad read. It's my turn to read. And my honey will make some sexy noises in the background, but not too sexy. There's kids watching, okay?
Okay.
All right. You've been good all day.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Responsible. Disciplined.
Ooh.
Maybe a little deprived.
Not me.
Oh, God. But then Texas Roadhouse walks in. Okay, ChatGPT. That unmistakable aroma, the sizzle, the heat, the kind of hand-cut steak that arrives looking like it knows exactly what it's doing. And those rolls. Oh!
Oh!
Warm, soft from the oven. And then they hand you cinnamon butter like they're not fully aware of the effect that it has on people. Please. And just when you think you can keep your composure, here comes the ribs.
Oh.
Tender, messy, absolutely worth ruining your dignity for. Maybe you tell yourself you'll get just a salad. That's adorable. Because 5 minutes later, you're making prolonged eye contact with a loaded baked potato and reconsidering your entire personality.
Wow.
Your entire personality.
My entire
I'm a
personality.
furry now.
If it's going to be that, do the sweet potato one.
You're like, actually, I'm an introvert now.
Yeah. The temptation with excellent side dishes. So go ahead, indulge a little or a lot. We're not here to judge what happens between you and your basket of bread. Texas Roadhouse. Legendary food. Questionable self-control.
Ooh.
So did you mentioned it? Did you have ChatGPT?
Yeah.
write these? Oh, that's
And then we ask it to be spicier.
sexier. Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah,
very good.
as if Texas Roadhouse could get any sexier.
Soft, buttery rolls.
All right, can I riff?
You sure can.
All right, honey. So for our last riff, for the viewers, we're going to talk about something that Tim and I find near and dear to our hearts: church camp. So Tim and I, we actually became best friends at church camp.
Yep.
I started going, I think, my 7th grade year at Pioka,
That's right. Yeah.
which you still go to. You're going to in like what, 2 weeks?
It's about a week. Yeah.
Wow,
about
in a
2
week.
weeks. We were talking about it. Yeah, I just was at a meeting actually. So yeah, like we get.
And how many years have you served as a counselor?
So I just figured this out. 14.
There you
That's
go.
awesome.
Yeah, and I feel
this
like
will be 15. Sorry.
I feel like I've been to Pioka like 4 or 5 times. And I went as a camper 2 or 3 times. I went to we did kids camp together in high school, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, man, it's like a formidable memory of mine, and it was really funny. So at church, actually, real quick memory. Do you remember this game that we used to play called No Kids?
Of course, I remember No Kids.
How beautiful is
Which is
it
very funny. Yeah.
that you can go back to Pioka and play your last game of No Kids?
This will be my very last game. I'm going to introduce it to a whole new generation this time.
You can have a good conversation about, like, it doesn't matter. Squash them. They're going away anyway.
Oh, God. Squash.
No,
them.
so, okay, for the people at home, so No Kids is, like, basically back in, like, what, it was, like, 2002, I guess. It was, like, right after
Give or
9/11,
take, yeah.
right? 2004.
We were still recovering from 9/11. No, it was. I think it was.
It was middle school, so 9/11 happened for you and I in 5th grade.
Right.
And it was
2002,
7th grade, so it was
yeah.
like 2003 or something. And my life, I tend to think of like, had 9/11 happened yet?
There it is.
Anyway, so 2003-ish.
Yeah.
Back when you could do crazy stuff. We like the middle school boys. There's like a whole hill, and like the middle school boys would like all lay down like flat. And they would throw up footballs. They'd throw up basketballs. They'd throw up, anything that the bin had. They'd throw it up in the air, and then it would drop, and it'd hit you in the face. It'd hit you in the belly. It might hit you in the balls.
Could you like not move your hands? Is that part of it?
If you moved, you were a pussy.
Yeah, there was no other.
Wow.
There were
consequence.
people that
it was
moved,
just
and
that.
we
It was
shunned
nothing
those
else.
people.
Oh
We
my
said, Brian,
goodness.
go away. You're not playing No Kids. You're too scared.
One of my favorite No Kids memories is can't remember if anybody ever hit it, but it's hard to describe it. There's a field, right? As you said, there's the field, and then like up a little bit, there's the lodge, and it's like pretty far. I mean, it's
Yeah.
really good amount of feet.
Yeah, it's a hard throw.
But there's a balcony, and people would
Yeah.
chuck from the balcony sometimes and see if they could hit people. That
My
were
favorite
on the
memory is that
ground.
counselors did it.
Yes, the counselors would also
Whole
do
college
it.
kids and
No.
high
Yeah.
schoolers did it. Yeah.
Did you guys ever get hit in the nards?
Oh, all the time.
I just
Okay.
don't remember. I'm like
I'm
sure
sure
that I
you
did.
were like smart enough to not do it,
You know what's
which is
funny?
hilarious because you don't even have kids and you don't even care
That's
about
exactly
it.
right. One thing that was funny that I do remember was I hate to admit this because it was shameful, but I would, because occasionally what would happen is you'd throw the ball up, right? And then I remember one time I just got overzealous and someone was laying on the ground and I like hit the ball as it was coming down, and I remember one of the counselors was like, you gotta lay down now. And they made me lay down because I hit the
man.
ball into somebody else, and I'm like, that's fair. That's
Which
a-
is funny because
punishment.
like I remember you already knew who you were in middle school. I feel like you were such a distinct kid. I remember I was like, yeah, you want to hit me in the nuts? Fine, I'll lay down. Like, I wasn't even a Christian going into it. I was like, okay, yeah, Jesus is my savior. Cool. Will you be my friend? Like,
Yeah.
And later on,
We'll play
I
football
figured it
now?
out
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
Right.
But it was yeah, that was a fun memory. And it was funny. I think like years later, they stopped doing it because they were like, wait, this is horrible.
I think it just phased out. I mean, the other thing that really phased out was, do you remember when we were obsessed with whipping each other?
Yeah.
With
Like, till you
bandanas.
bled.
Oh yeah.
Like Sam
With
Bauer.
what?
Shout out to Sam Bauer. He would rip people.
Wait, what are you guys hitting each other
Like
with?
with our bandanas. So we would get a bandana
Oh
and
my-
then you'd wet the tip of it and then just like
And we
You
did
guys
it
are
for
ruthless.
Beat Christ into people.
we did it for it was like most of camp.
Oh yeah.
And at one point they were like, "You got to stop."
Oh,
we were
and
like, "Okay."
I went home with like bruises and scrapes on my leg, and Mom was like, "What did you guys?" I was like, "I don't know. We whipped each other. I'm gonna go back outside." You know?
Right, yeah, right.
And my mom didn't
happening
care.
at church
you
camp?
know? Crazy. Did you ever go to church camp, honey?
I went once. It's so hard to remember all of it. Like it was just a local
When?
area. I had to have been in elementary school because one of my friends who had moved away before middle school started went with me. I don't remember much besides like a slip and slide thing down a hill
Always fun.
that we went on. I just remember probably not feeling that comfortable.
There
It was
you go.
not. I wasn't whipping or whatever you guys are. No kids in and all
Gosh,
that.
when I was a counselor at kids camp, I would do that trick where, like, I was a counselor. I would do that trick where I was like, "Hey, kids," and then I'd turn around and my butt was hanging
Oh,
out,
all the
and the
time.
There it
kids would
went.
just laugh their butt off. And nowadays, I'm pretty sure I'd get canceled if I did that.
I think
Yes,
it's
you
a-
would.
I think it's I just re-signed the youth protection policy.
And that's
I think that
against
might be
it,
against
yeah.
the youth protection policy.
Yeah. So anyway, the reason we brought this up is like I was actually on Sunday, I was asked to go to our church's
Oh, okay.
church camp as a bass player, and it was really funny because like it sent me through this whole wave of emotions.
Yeah.
Because on one end, like I love church camp, and I think it's like especially like that middle school, high school age, it's so formidable. It's such a cool spot where you can kind of like take kids away from their life at home, their phones. You can kind of just like put them, have pure fun with the kids and stuff. And so it was like we have a 4 and 5-year-old. I went to Camp Pioca with you guys when Sam was like 1, but ever since then it's been really hard to justify. But also the biggest reason why it's hard to justify is the time I went to church camp with Sam. Sam was 2 actually. I came home and my wife wanted a divorce.
Yeah, there's some trauma wrapped up into that.
There's a
whole
lot
thing.
of trauma.
There's some
Because
trauma
when
in
he
there.
asked me, I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to go." And then immediately I was like, "Oh, I got to go check in with my wife."
Well,
I
he
need
was
to
like
put a-
spiraling in church. You'd like at least 5 different emotions at church, and I'm like, honey.
It was all the stages of grief.
Yeah, it was. He was so excited. And he's like, "Oh, no, I don't know about that. Like, how are you feeling about that?" And I'm like, "I think it's great. I
I'm
mean, I'll
like,
miss you."
In the back of
but
my head, I'm like, I've got to wait 3 days. If she still says yes, as if like the therapist would ever be like, "Well, you did wait 3 days." You know what I mean? Like, one of the funny details about this, and I'm not going to go too far into details, but like, basically, my ex-wife met my family at Texas Roadhouse and kind of like let on, like while we were at camp, like let on that she was having a real rough time. So one restaurant that Bailey's completely banned from while I go to church camp is Texas Roadhouse.
But just during that time.
Yes.
Other times.
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
go.
I've been
Just
told by
Texas
his family
Roadhouse.
too. No Texas Roadhouse when it happens. Like, duly noted.
But I think we've decided I can go. I'm
yeah.
going to end up going. It'll
When
be
is it?
fun. Huh?
When is it?
It is the first week of June. It's in
tight.
Michigan, which is kind of tough because I think it's like 7.5 hours away, and I've got to be home for Saturday because Saturday we have we're going to this lake house that our family friend has. Yeah. It's like our weekend to go to the lake house. So like, it is a little complicated, and we're working it out with the kids and whatnot. But like, I'm excited that I'll be able to
Yeah, that's
go,
awesome.
and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll bring my camera. The other kind of cool part about it is like, and this isn't that cool, but like, I won't have a cabin. So like I won't I'll be able to kind of like go and freelance a little bit. Like I'll be able to like step into a cabin every now and then, step into this, like really work on worship, shoot some video. Like I'll kind of be able to like jump around and have fun. It'll be pretty low pressure. We've led cabins before.
Right, yeah.
And so to be pretty like low pressure to kind of go back in. It was really interesting. The last year I did Camp Ioka, I led a cabin. I gave a talk about being spiritually consistent. That was like
yes,
my
you did
talk.
this.
It was because I was talking to middle schoolers, and I was like, "You guys have no spiritual consistency, but if you just grab a little bit of spiritual consistency, like the Lord will use that. Wisdom seeks wisdom, kind of thing." And then I go home and get a divorce. I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to speak to kids about anything right now. Like I don't know anything that I'm talking about. So anyway, it's fun. I'm excited to go. It'll be interesting because it's like it'll be the first time we go to like a different camp. And so, like,
Yeah.
you know, I know you guys aren't doing like the canoe trip anymore.
Yes, that's.
But it'll be
good
very
big deal.
strange for me to not have these Pioka, you know, memories.
Yeah.
Or even like you mentioned today, like Jay's running camp games, like he has for how many years?
45, I believe. was
So shout
the
out to
count.
Jay Newland,
Yes.
who is an amazing guy,
Mm.
a fellow Survivor fan who
Yes.
applied several times to be on Survivor. But yeah, so it'll be fun to like forge new memories. It's with a different church than, you know, Tim and I grew up with, so it'll be fun. And my honey is so funny. My honey was like, she was like, well, I don't know if I can be away from you for 4 days.
5 days.
5 days.
I was like, honey, 5 days.
So
I will tell you on that front is like I was just so like as a kid growing up, I was very like get off the bus at camp, like I'm going. Like I've never had any real like homesickness. And it was very funny because I remember when Danny and I started dating, we both went to our different camps.
yeah, because she goes to a different camp at the exact same
Right.
time, right?
Yes, exactly. And it probably, you know, 20 minutes or 20, 30, 45 minutes away. And it was so funny because we just talked on the phone for like a really long time and like every night. It was just not something I was like anticipating. So I know that is now how that works.
Yeah.
But it's just very funny because she has a very similar thing where she's like, well, I gotta talk to you for so like the kids go to bed and then she calls me and we
There you go.
talk on the phone for like 45 minutes.
Aw.
So it's
Cute.
yeah, pretty much every day. So
Oh, Timbo's
Oh,
I'm gonna hope that my honey sends me some spicy something while I'm at church.
At
camp.
Cannot
church
believe
camp?
you just said that.
Why not?
at church.
We're married.
It's
That's
church.
that's worship.
Listen, if they didn't want to include the
Read
book,
the Songs of Solomon.
if God didn't want spicy, he wouldn't have included Song of
If he
Solomon
doesn't-
in the Bible.
If he doesn't want input and output, he wouldn't have given us input and output.
Oh, here we go. So sorry, everybody.
No, I'm being serious. I think God wants us to send each other spicy pics while we're at kids camp, church camp.
Okay.
Now, if I do something about that spicy picture, that's the problem. Probably at that point.
Okay. Okay.
Well, anyway, this was a great
It's
episode
so
of
good.
Get
End.
Riff.
Ended on a real good note there.
Oh, that's funny.
Timbo, thank you so much for joining
Of
us.
course, anytime.
Thank you, honey, for sending me those spicy pictures.
Oh, he's going at it again.
Thank you,
Okay.
Gemma, for making an appearance and not biting our kids anymore. All right, she had said nothing. Anyway, we love you all. Bye.
Bye.